So speeding on into Google, Google ads are everywhere. Google is, as you saw, by far bigger than anybody else out there, right? And these ads aren't just the text ads that a lot of us think about, but they're banners, and then there are other ads as well, like in-app ads and things like that. So Google owns 31% of the global ad market, and they made 38 billion in ads in 2014, and I believe it's projected to hit 44 billion in 2015. So crazy amount of money is being spent. Crazy big audience, a lot of people to target, a lot of money to be made. As far as numbers and click-through rates are concerned, 19.3% of that first ad on a desktop gets clicked. That is amazing, 20% click-through rate. On mobile, it's 27, almost 28% of that top ad get clicked. So can you imagine how easy it is to drive traffic from mobile to your site if a third of the people click on it? Yeah, crazy, isn't it? So when Google first started out, they were very adamant about doing no evil, and they wanted to distinguish that ads were separate from actual content and search results. And they put a big yellow background behind the ads so that you could see. And over time, Google has made them look more and more like organic results until now they're basically the same. One final thing to note is that Google Mobile gets a little bit more traffic than Google Desktop. That's how popular mobile has become. But the catch here is that engagement on desktop is almost 4 times longer. So in a typical instance, engagement on a phone is about 5-6 minutes, whereas on the desktop it's about 20 minutes. So if you have in-depth content that needs to be read, definitely more desktop friendly. If it's images and tweets and short and easily consumed content on mobile, well, then mobile will maybe the better choice there. So Google AdSense lets you target in any number of ways, or targets its ads in any number of ways. They try to keep up with Facebook and offer as many targeting options as they can, but clearly Facebook has the upper hand and probably will forever and ever. There are a few ways that you can target. So the first is contextual ads. This is related to the content of the page. So there's an ad that's shown in a page that is related. So if I have an ad on how to play blackjack, chances are it's going to be placed on a card game website, hopefully even on a blackjack portion of a card gaming website. Easy enough. You can do it by placement, so by demographical data, by themes or topics, by geographical location, or even URL targeting. So, say I want the sports section of Yahoo, I can target my ads based on something like that. Also, Google will let you target based on interest. So this is what people have exhibited as their interests, and as well as how they've interacted with you on your site. A real quick note, Google actually lets you see what they classify as your interests are, so you can just do a quick search. I looked at mine recently, and it came up that I like Arabic music and Latin music and hardcore hip hop. And this was all because I had watched a few random videos on YouTube. So now I guess that's why I'm getting served, these interesting Arabic ads. It's because I've watched just a couple of songs on YouTube. So be careful. You may want to go through there and clean up yours. That way you can get better targeted ads. At least that way it's more useful. So just a real quick funny anyway. For ad types that you can buy, it spans the range, right? You've got the search results, both text and graphic search ads, right? AdSense ads that we're all used to seeing. You've got mobile ads, which are essentially the same thing. Parked domains, they'll let you put ads on that. And they're in-app ads as well, and in-game ads, right? You can always tell by that little triangle that is on the corner, which I'll show you right here. So as you can see, these are the ads in Google search, and here's some other ads as well. And unfortunately, I guess I have the corner there, but it's covered up. In any event, here would be an in-app ad or a mobile ad, and this could be an in-app ad. So many different ads, many different looks, but definitely, reachable, right? It'll reach your audience. And this is why Google does so much in ads, right? And they're the leader by far. So there are a lot of other ways and places that you can buy traffic. So many advertising networks. Wikipedia actually has a list of the top 29 or 30 advertising networks. And I think that's a really great place to start. It has Yahoo ads and Bing ads, and it talks about Google and Facebook. But it also has things like buy-sell ads. So it's for individual website owners that kind of join their marketplace. Which is all those spammy, clickbaity content ads that you see at the bottom of a lot of stories, like on CNN or Drudge, or not Drudge, but like CNN or MSN. And then Ad China, right? So Chinese focused advertising. There are lots and lots of ad networks. It would be great if you could find one that is specific to your niche. But if not, all these guys are so big, they generally have a lot of sites that would be in most niches. And so you'll be safe. Next, another way you can buy traffic is through solo ads. You'll hear this word a lot. Basically, it just means you pay a dude $500 or $1,000 to send out a blast to his email list. Right? Simple. So it's not an affiliate offer where you agree to give him a cut. You're just flat out paying for him to mail his list. So I personally have not used this method just because I've heard of so many people get burned with it. So if you plan on engaging and using solo ads, I suggest that you sample it first. You do a small run of blasting 100 people. That way it's cheap and you can see the quality of traffic that's coming your way, and you'll see if the ROI is there. But before you jump in and you start advertising a lot with solo ads, you just be careful. A lot of the lists that are mailed, they get 70 mails a day, right? And so you're saturated. You don't want that type of list. So you just need to test it. So there are a bazillion of these guys out there. You won't have a problem if that's what you're looking for. Even Facebook groups and Google Chats, Skype chats associated with solo ads. So easy to happen. Manual outreach is another good way to get ads and traffic. You can buy it this way. You can, like in the SEO space, you can contact Warrior Forum or Black Hat World and say, hey, look, I want to buy an email blast to your list. Or, hey, I want to buy some display ads on your website. And they'll say, great, give me $1,000, and away it goes. So manual outreach is great. If you're in a small niche and you've got a good high quality site, oftentimes you can get links for free. You can just do a link swap. So just keep your eyes open for opportunity, and it should fall in your lap as long as you're working for it. Next way to get traffic would be Fiverr. So you can go there and you can find all sorts of gigs for 10,000 visitors for $5. If you're looking for just raw numbers to inflate your stats, that's perfectly fine. But if you're looking for real, actual users to interact with your site, to make purchases and things like that, Fiverr is definitely not the way to go. That traffic is fake, completely faked with proxies. It'll be exit traffic, it'll be hacked computers, but it won't be purchasers. So just keep that in mind. And the last way you could get traffic to your site or purchase traffic to your site sort of indirectly, it is through affiliate networks. So if you have a product, then you can list it for sale on these affiliate networks, and affiliates will hop on and push traffic to your products for you. So it's kind of a roundabout way of getting traffic and purchasing traffic, but it's very much a proven way, and I use it as well for some of my products. So some of the top affiliate networks are Rakuten, Linkshare, Commission Junction, Amazon, ClickBank, and there are so many others. So it goes back to knowing your audience. If you have an info product on weight loss or make money online or win back your girlfriend, ClickBank probably has a product for you, an info product. If you're looking for cheap WordPress plugins that do something, JVZoo would be a great product or a great affiliate network to join. If you just want e-commerce goods, just straight up products, be an Amazon affiliate. Makes sense. So it just match your affiliate network to what your needs are and what would work for your audience. That's a great way to get traffic to your particular products. So with all this said, that's kind of an overview of the big advertising networks that you can use, and then the options that they give you, right? The high level there of how to make it all work. But let me talk about retargeting, which is kind of, it's new to a lot of people, especially people who aren't familiar with advertising and haven't done a lot of advertising. And if you haven't done a lot of ads, then you may have heard the buzzword, but don't really know how it works. So in a nutshell, when someone comes to your site and they leave, they're gone. But if you have a retargeting system in place, when they come to your website, they cookie you, or you cookie them. That way, as that visitor goes around the web, they can see your ads no matter where they go. Does that make sense? So driving new traffic to your site is expensive. Once someone has gone to your site, they're familiar with you, and they're way more likely to interact with your ad in the future. I go to a site, I see a product, I like it. Oops, whatever. I've got to go eat dinner. I come back, I forget about it. But bam, I see an ad. It reminds me, oh yeah, I need to go ahead and get it. So this is why when you go to Amazon and look at a pair of shoes, that pair of shoes follows you all over the place. Yep, now you know. So retargeting. So Facebook, Google, they offer it. And there are other services here that we'll talk about in a sec that actually will retarget for both. So this was a great chart that I saw from AdRoll that talks about retargeting. So as you can see, in 2014, the advertising investment that goes against retargeting is absolutely huge. 71% of their budget. Isn't that crazy? If you look on the top right, all these statistics are in the 90+ range. Retargeting performs the same as better than search, email, or other display ads. So in other words, what that says is marketers, guys that do this for a living, all of them think that retargeting works better, as good as, or better than just straight up advertising. Retargeting is like a hidden gem that a lot of people just aren't aware of. So moving to the bottom left, this is what you can use, or these are ideas that you can use for retargeting. It's not just for driving sales. You can also do it to remind them that you exist, to drive them to your social, or to keep them happy. It's like, hey, don't forget, I've got a free upgrade. You need to go download it if you haven't already. Retargeting is happening everywhere, even on mobile. And then if you look how people measure retargeting success, really it's understanding a customer and then converting them, understanding user and converting them to a customer. And of course, getting a high return on investment and a return on your ad spend. Essentially making money, right? You don't want to spend more than what you're making. So Facebook and Google, they let you retarget, right? On your site, you can drop one of their pixels or one of the little snippet of code which tags your visitors, and that way as they go through Facebook or Google or whatever else, they see your ad. They get served up to them again. AdRoll and Perfect Audience actually are third parties that will enable you to retarget, and they'll retarget across not only Google and Facebook, but also other other sites as well. In other words, instead of dropping a Facebook pixel to retarget on Facebook and a Google pixel to retarget on Google, you can drop a Perfect Audience pixel or whatever, or code snippet, and then retarget both at the same time. Like, they handle that for you. So something to note is that both of these guys have a lot of rules surrounding how you can retarget, and they're kind of aggressive with enforcing it. So unfortunately, a lot of marketers abuse this. And so if someone came to your site for product A, and they started getting blasted with offer for product B, that was a negative user experience. And so these guys will actually shut you down if you do something like that. They each have their own rules, but it's hopeful to at least go in with your eyes open, knowing that you might not be able to be as aggressive as you wanted to be. Site Scout is a good alternative to the two above it. AdRoll and Perfect Audience. They're not quite as aggressive. They'll let you kind of cross promote, which is what we all want to do pretty much, right? Because we're affiliate marketers or marketers in general. Unfortunately, they aren't able to retarget inside Facebook. So if Facebook is your advertising platform of choice, then unfortunately Site Scout alone isn't going to be able to work. Last is Retargeter. So Retargeter will help you set up a retargeting campaign and kind of handhold you and walk you through the entire process. So their platform isn't as robust as the other guys, but their handholding is more robust than those guys. So if you're new to it, you might as well hop on it and give it a shot. So let me tie it all together now, okay? Let's take all this high-level stuff and just distill it down into how do you make ads work for you, okay? So the first step is definitely know what your CLV is. You got to know exactly how much profit a customer will bring to you, right? And you can work to maximize that by optimizing your funnel, offering upsells, offering upgrades, offering, sending emails, affiliate offers and things like that. You can work on improving your sales copy so that your sales page converts better. But ultimately, you have a dollar amount attached to a customer. You need to know exactly how much profit that guy brings. Okay. Next, you need to understand exactly who your audience is. Are they male? Are they female? Are they educated? Are they not? Do they like dogs? Do they hate dogs? Is it a dog site? Is it a fan site? Is it an e-commerce site for diet pills? You need to know exactly who they are. And then that way you can pick an advertising method that's appropriate. For me, I would always start out with Facebook just because it's it's the strongest to be able to target people. But if there's an affiliate network that matches your audience perfectly, definitely go with that first. It's okay. Next, after you've started advertising, you always want to optimize your ads. Your first crack at it probably is going to be way off, and you're going to easily be able to double the effectiveness of your ads. So don't be scared away when the first batch performs poorly. All you got to do is do another batch and take what's working, make it better. Okay. So, in some cases you could even take, say, a cost per sale from, say, $10 to $1. I mean, it's that drastic, but you've got to work to optimize it. And if you let Facebook do it by itself, it's going to take forever and cost you a lot of money. So if you do it manually using the step-by-step process like that I explained before, that'll work out really well for you. Next, be sure to diversify your traffic sources. So of course we've got organic and SEO, but as far as traffic is concerned, you don't want to be beholden to somebody. What are you going to do if Google shuts off your AdWords account because they don't like the affiliate product you're promoting? Right? You don't want to be stuck out. You don't want your business to be dead in the water. So be sure to at least have a few different traffic sources. That way you can handle any potential road bumps that happen. Finally, now that you know your CLV, now that you know how to use the ad networks, you know where they exist and how to utilize them, you're able to massively scale and profit. Like it truly is that easy. If your customer is worth $100 and you can advertise on Facebook to get a customer for $50, you better be dumping as much money every single day as you can and maximizing all of those keywords. That is how you massively scale and profit. And that is how you don't have to bootstrap anymore, right? If you're doing SEO or you're doing social, you can bootstrap it. You can do it for free. But once you have ads going, you can just scale it and the sky's the limit. So I hope this was a good overview. I hope you may have learned something in there, and just ask if you have any questions. I'm happy to help you to the best of my ability. Talk soon. Thanks.